The big challenges for Australia's urban water security going forward are related to two things in particular, as population growth and climate change. The impacts of climate change are forcing water utilities to really be able to plan effectively across four pillars of desalination, dams, water recycling and water efficiency. Desalination has been around since the Millennium Drought, particularly for Perth, and then gradually during the Millennium Drought all the capital cities put them on. For Sydney, once it was commissioned, by that stage we'd had a La Nina event and all the dams are full, they switched off, which is the right thing to do. If you don't need it, you want to use your cheapest supply. It is certainly the most expensive of the water supply options. It is an energy intensive process, but what the water utilities around Australia have done is they'll buy renewable energy certificates or they'll have agreements in place to use wind power or solar power. And I think that's a way to prove that you're serious to mitigate the greenhouse gas and carbon impacts that you're bringing to that situation. On the East Coast in particular, we're blessed by some very big dams, land and protected catchments. So we can actually keep those catchments clean, we keep people out of them, which means that the water that's coming into that is of great quality. And I think those dams will go on into the future. There's no new dam sites for the big metro areas. That's plain and simple. Then we move to water recycling. Now there's plenty of water recycling happening right across the country. The next frontier though is potable reuse. And that happens in Singapore, it happens in the US, it happens in South Africa, and guess what? It happens in Perth too. It's effectively purified recycled water. So the sewage comes back from the homes, it comes back to a big decentralised wastewater treatment plant. It's treated to usual standards, which is a very high treatment. So by the time it comes back into the water supply, it's ready to drink and it meets all of the drinking water guidelines that you need. The next most important thing is to use water as efficiently as possible. It's a bit like the doing the right thing from the 1980s and stop littering. It's common sense now that people don't hose down hard surfaces. They're using blowers or other means. Also, you want to be watering your garden only in the morning or in the evening. The biggest impact, of course, that we've had is to have water efficient shower heads, which not only cut down on water use, but cut down on energy use, because that's the biggest use of energy in a home is hot water. So our big challenges, population growth and climate resiliency, will be met through using those four pillars: water recycling, desalination, dams, and being water efficient.